The animals, trap, trap, trap till the cages full.
You know, I've been really fortunate to work on really amazing jobs. And a lot of them have been networks, you know. And the one thing is that sometimes they tend to micromanage a show to death and it like falls apart. And I feel like Netflix is smart enough to not get in their own way.
With Netflix, we knew that we were going to put every episode on at once, so it really, really changes the way you tell the story. We looked at it like season 1 was a 13-hour movie and season 2 is a 10-hour movie. But also creatively, they really let me go as violent and dark and as sexual as we wanted.
Remember all their voices.
Yes, sir. Mademoiselle. Of course. I love Netflix. You can get anything you want. And then, if you're at a loss, it always says suggestions for you.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, if you're confused, it suggests you.
If you're lonely or you feel like you don't have any friends, it says suggestions for you. Let's pop on that.
Netflix, you're my friend.
Netflix has destroyed my life. I've never been happier about having no social life whatsoever.
Personally, I'm so excited for you guys to have Netflix because it's going to change your lives. Oh, you might lose a couple friends, you know. You might lose your job. No, just kidding. But just call your boss and tell him you're going to take a couple days off because
you will definitely lose a weekend.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we could be real. It definitely hurt, you know. I mean, a lot of network television, they are kind of scrambling a little bit because, you know, first of all, Netflix, you know, Hulu and Amazon are now jumping on the Netflix bandwagon, and they have original content. And I think if anything, it's just there's so many other platforms now that it's kind of hurting network television because audiences are now, their attention is dispersed on many more things.
I think it saved network television. You look at a show like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was a show that hadn't fully found its audience until Netflix. They call it the Netflix effect. By season 4 or season 5, everyone was going and catching up on Breaking Bad. And then they have Arrested Development and Lost and all these incredible shows that are on Netflix. So I think that they're actually saving shows. People aren't buying DVDs anymore. They're not buying Blu-rays. They're watching things online and on digitals.
Big films were really taking over, and all the small films weren't seen anymore or weren't made anymore. And if they were made, they didn't get to a theater. Whereas now this gives a lot of really great filmmakers because when you see who's been turning to these types of shows on Netflix and HBO, it's the best filmmakers in America. They're making 10-hour movies. And now all of a sudden they have a very big audience to watch, to make their product. So I hope that the French can see it that way too. It's, you know, it's their own product. They can bring in with their own directors, their own writers, their own actors, and really create things that, will be seen hopefully by a lot of people.
We're not making people watch Netflix. People are choosing to watch Netflix. And so I think it's just, there's room for everybody, and Netflix is just creating a new space.
I'm around.